Hello everyone, my name is Bhumika Surti and today I'll be presenting Power and Prediction, Navigating the AI Revolution by Ajay Agrawal, Joshua Gans and Avi Goldfarb. This book is just not about artificial intelligence, it's about how AI is fundamentally reshaping power, decision making and how organizations operate. So today I'll walk you through six areas. First, the idea of what the authors call the between times. Then the author's main objective. Next, the core principle and model they introduce. After that, some key insights from the book, and I'll connect it briefly to scientific research. And finally, I'll leave you with practical takeaways. Before diving in, here's how I evaluated the book. I gave it a 5 for intellectual value because it is completely changing how we think about AI, not as intelligence, but as an economic shift. It also gets a 5 for specific rigor because it's grounded in economic theory, not just opinions. For leadership value, I give it a 4 because it provides strong strategic insights but doesn't always give step-by-step execution. For readability, it's a 3. It's dense and requires focus. And implementability is also 3 because leaders need to translate the ideas into real systems. The author's main goal is to shift how we understand AI. In their earlier work, they explained that AI lowers the cost of prediction, but in this book, they go one step further and ask what happens after predictions become cheap. And their answer is powerful. It changes who makes decisions, how decisions are made, and where power sits in organization. One of the most important ideas in this book is what we can call the outside perspective. The authors argue that the real value of AI is not in automating tasks, but in changing the rules of the game. AI allows organizations to see things in real time. It removes uncertainty and identify inefficiencies that were invisible before. So instead of just improving what we already do, AI gives us the opportunity to completely rethink how the systems work. To explain this, the book introduces three levels of AI implementation. First is point solution, where AI improves a single task. This is where most companies are today. The second one is application solutions, where AI enables new types of decisions. And the third is system solutions, where entire systems are redesigned. This is where the real transformation happens. The key takeaway is most of the organizations stop too early. They settle for small improvements instead of redesigning the whole system. The book also explains that most business rules exist because of uncertainty. For example, airports have fixed schedules, security lines, strict procedures. All of this exists because we cannot perfectly predict outcomes. But if AI could predict everything, like risk of passenger flow, many of these rules would no longer be needed. So the limitation is not prediction. The limitation is that we haven't redesigned the system yet. Hmm, There are several key takeaways, insights from the book. The first is AI is not just a tool, it's an economic catalyst. Second, organizations need strategic thinking, not just technology adoption. Third, younger companies often move faster because they don't have legacy system. And finally, the biggest value of AI comes from creating new opportunities, not just cutting costs. The authors emphasizes that companies often evaluate AI incorrectly. Instead of asking how much cost can we save, they should be asking What new value can we create? The biggest breakthroughs come when companies rethink entire value chains, and early adopters gain a huge advantage because their systems improve over time through data and feedback loops. So, what does this mean to leaders? First, focus on system level change, not just small improvements. Second, challenge existing rules. Many of them only exist because prediction used to be expensive. Third, build agility because this transition period is going to continue for a while. And most importantly, leadership is no longer about making better decisions. It's about designing systems that make better decisions. To conclude, AI is not just a technological shift, it's a decision making revolution. The organizations that will succeed are not the ones with the best technology, but the ones that redesign their systems for a world where prediction is cheap. So the real question is not will AI change the industry? The real question is will you lead that change or will you be left behind? It was really good time reading this book and got to learn a lot. That was all for today. Thank you.